nothing of mine on that line.
Darling, you have plenty of shirts. This is your shirt. Has been. I know Kate wears it now, but, no, you're quite right. There is nothing of yours on that line. Does that mean something?
Have I anything clean?
Is there anything you want me to wash?
No. Don't worry or fuss yourself about me. I wear clean. Like your Uncle Charlie.
My Uncle Charlie is a very clean, lovable little man.
He wears clean. I was hunting through the linen basket this morning for a clean shirt. One that had worn clean through being in the linen basket near the bottom. And I thought, yes, he discovered a scientific principle, did Uncle Charlie. Things do wear clean. Do you think it's something to do with pressure? Oh, I haven't a thing to do.
Yes, isn't it nice? You can relax. Well, you can't, because you've got the second draft of Hitler to do. Or is it the rewrites on the rewrites of the second draft? Anyway, you are not to write a word until you've got the money for the first draft. Or is it the second draft? First payment on the second draft. Or are you on to the third draft? Anyway, you have got nothing to do until you've got the money in your hand. Well, not your hand. Having our new system now, my hand. Well, not my hand. 1/3 my hand, your hand. And 2/3 the accountant's hands, the taxman's hands. Relax.
I feel unsettled.
Why don't you write a play?
What, this afternoon?
Yes, one for yourself.
They're all for myself. Nobody else cares. I'm not bored. I have no right to be bored when there are people in the world starving.
Do some gardening.
I will.
Read a book.
I will.
Did we get a newspaper this morning?
I don't know.
Well, read that then.
We didn't get one.
How do you know if you don't know?
I looked.
Then you do know.
Am I being interrogated?
There ought to be a home for writers who don't have any writing to do.
With a swimming pool and ladies without any clothes on.
I thought you'd given that up.
Chance would be a fine thing.
You said you'd stop.
I did not. I said I'd learn to live with it. That's what we've all got to do. Learn to live with our menopause. It's only an excuse, after all.
No, you're wrong. It's a very real condition, and I'm glad you're out of it. Do you think this will still fit me?
Oh, I like that dress. You got married in that.
I did not.
You did. First wash.
I haven't seen it for ages.
New look.
You know absolutely nothing about women's fashions, nothing.
Oh, I'm not expected to. Frocks are not my forte, frocks are not. Oh, I like that jumper. Should we have a jumble sale?
No, we won't. I agree with you. We need never spend any more money on clothes. I mean, look at that, and that's just the washing.
Yeah, it's a pity you can't wash suits, isn't it? This one's getting rather dirty. Should I take it off, put another one on, and give this one a chance to wear clean? It has been through hell and high water, as it were, and shrunk. My dear old battle dress used to shrink. Oh, the smell of wet khaki, oil, and camouflage nets. Oh.
Well, not ordinary clothes. I have decided to limit myself to one each of the great fashion houses.
You have?
That lasts me a lifetime, darling. I mean, I have not got a Jean Muir dress, and Jenny has got 2.
Yeah, Tom's got a dozen shirts from what's his name?
Yes, and much good may it do him. You'd love me in a Jean Muir dress.
A pleasure I shall never know.
I see.
Oh, don't go, I see. We can't afford it.
Well, they're not that expensive.
They must be, otherwise you would not be all that interested.
That's not fair. It's your precious daughter's dearest wish.
Ah, she's different. I can deny her nothing.
To see me in a Jean Muir dress.
Make one. Oh, now you made me sad. Make one! Well, now you've brought it all back. I shall go to my room.
Yes. You go to your room and write a play. Nothing to do for anyone. You go to your nice new room and write a play. Go on.
It doesn't happen like that. You know it doesn't. Anyway, it would be a tragedy. I can't write tragedies, you know that. At least, I haven't been able to write tragedies up to the present, but...
Oh, darling, I'm sorry. It was so enjoying having nothing to do, and then I had to go and mention...
Spending money.
Kate.
Quite. Will we ever see her again?
I doubt it.
If you say that again, I will leave you if you say that again. Leave you, as it were.
If you leave me, you'll never see either of us again.
I'll be the judge of that.
You don't think she'll want to see you if you leave me, do you?
Depends on why.
No, it doesn't. You'll be left with Wilfred.
I don't want Wilfred.
You'll be left with him.
Do I notice a certain...
Yes, you do. I'm beginning to go off.
I've always been off him.
Yes, I know. Well, I thought he was making a go of this RSC nonsense. I was very pleased for him.
I wasn't. I knew it would end in tears or a knighthood. Can you imagine they'd let it happen? Leave him there long enough, interfering with the legitimate pursuit of trained dramatists of over 40 who've actually done something. And then before you know where you are, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. Our little Wilf getting up off his knees at Buckingham Palace.
No.
No?
No. I'll have to try because the alternative is too dreadful. We can't go back to all that.
Or what?
Having Wilfred here all the time.
He's not going to be here all the time.
Oh, yes, he is. His theatre is nearing completion.
Say that again?
What? You heard. His theatre is nearing completion.
His theatre is nearing completion.
That's what I said.
I know.
Well, you know it is as well as I do.
You caught something from someone. Have you been talking to someone?
No, not a soul. Not a solitary soul.
Again, not quite so bad.
What?
Echoes. His theatre is nearing completion. You must have read it somewhere.
Gordon, it is out there. I haven't read it anywhere. It is out there now.
Yes, and it's quiet, isn't it? Too quiet?
Yes.
Yes.
You stopped the low-flying aircraft.
Who did?
You did.
Did I?
I haven't seen one for ages.
Did I, or did Wilfred?
Wilfred? He could never stop anything. Look at the trouble he had with his nose. Or start anything before.
Quite.
Mind you, the Arts Council might have said something.
What, put the screws on the RAF?
No, but the Americans would listen to them, wouldn't they?
Well, they're all theatre lovers, the Americans. I should think the Arts Council has a great deal of clout there. It's throbbing like a rogue typewriter. It's going to be the end of us, you know.
As a family.
Should I put a stop to it?
You own the place. You could stop it tomorrow.
Could I?
Yes, of course you could.
No, I couldn't do it. Not to a little theatre. I couldn't stop a little theatre.
No. Wilfred would have gone on anyway.
Yes.
He could make things difficult for you professionally.
He could?
Yes. He's moving in those circles now.
His theatre is nearing completion.
Yes.
He's moving in those circles. Now I'll kill him!
I have a feeling that's the only way you'll stop him. Or that. You've gone pale.
It's evil. Evil. I signed for a console switchboard the other day. We had to make do with water dimmers. Evil. And what is more, it is connected to my electricity. I have never been given anything by the Arts Council. Never.
Well, perhaps we should be grateful to them for keeping Wilfred off the streets.
We keep a lot of people off the streets. Keep a lot of people on the streets.
That reminds me.
I know.
I think he'll tell us.
Tom Lawrence will tell me, man to man.
Will you? Ring him.
Well, he might. Do you really want to know? Last night you said you never wanted to see him again.
Well, Jenny is my friend.
Well, we agreed to keep out of it, so that we wouldn't get hurt. And here I am, alone with my muse.
Who?
You. You're my muse.
Nobody's ever said that before.
Oh, it's quite a nice thing to be. All writers have them. You're mine.
He's not going to get away with that. Is that what Tom Lawrence says she is?
What?
That's what he says she is, doesn't he? When writers of your age and his age start talking about their muse, it usually means they've got some whore in tow, and that's a fact.
Whore? There aren't such things anymore.
Oh, yes, there are. You wait till I talk to Jenny.
You're talking in the most extraordinary way. How long have you been up?
Since before you.
Well, of course you have, because I've got nothing to do. How long have you been in the country?
How long is it?
A month? 2 months?
3 or 4. Oh, Gordon, we have made a mistake, haven't we?
I haven't.
Well, you must have if I have.
Doesn't follow.
Are you going to make me angry? You are, aren't you? Picking me up on everything that I say.
Well, his theatre is nearing completion.
Leave my boiler room.
It's my boiler room, too.
Very well, then you can do the washing.
Yes, we do it together.
No, Gordon! No! Out!
I can't bear you doing washing when I'm not doing anything. You're going to do washing all day?
Yes.
Damn you.
And you, too. You want clean shirts, don't you?
I have been hearing that accusation for years, it seems.
I will stand no more of this. Now, out!
Don't you dare push me.
No, please, Gordon, no, please. No.
Covered in unmentionables.
Any more of this nonsense and I'll hose you down.
I have got nothing to do.
Which means that you can do anything.
Like what?
Something new and wonderful.
It's been done.
Oh, you make me sick. You're always complaining that you don't have time to do anything worthwhile, and now when you have nothing to do for anyone, when at last, the last page of the thing that you have hated more than anything else...
I got to like it in the end.
Yes, you always do.
I think that's my saving grace.
It would be if you had one.
I'm clean?
Not in word and thought, you're not.
No. Is that why my daughter left home, do you think?
It could well be. Oh, Gordon. How are we going to manage?
Oh, you're all right for today. You've got all the washing to do. I've got nothing to do but wait.
For what?
Nothing. Wait for Kate to come back.
Yes, doesn't the house seem big without her?
Yes, for a small person, she does fill a house rather well, doesn't she? Then so does Wilfred.
Not in the same way.
Quite. Let's have them over.
Who? Tom and his...
Whore, yes.
Over my dead body, Gordon Maple, over my dead body.
Absolutely.
You couldn't.
Me?
Gordon, I know you don't like Jenny. Well, you say you don't, but then you say you don't like a lot of people. But she has never said that she dislikes you. Well, not in so many words.
She did try to poison me once.
She tried to poison us all.
No, you're right. I couldn't sit down with Tom Lawrence and his dolly and eat a meal. It's disgusting. He's as old as I am.
She'll ruin him.
Do you think so?
Mm. Oh, he can't handle a young woman. All she wants is wife of famous playwright, isn't it? Once she's got that.
What?
Well, she'll ruin him.
Will she?
They do.
Who do?
You're ripe, you are. You're ripe.
Am I?
Yes, you are.
Very ripe? Over?
My dead body, Gordon Maple.
You've got to be very careful where you tread today. There's been an awful lot of dead bodying.
Quite.
I'm glad.
If you think that after 24 years of misery and self-effacement, I am going to let some whore step into my place just when things are going right.
Yeah, I seem to miss something.
You have made a great mistake, Gordon Maple.
I missed the misery.
I didn't say misery. Well, yes, I did say misery, but I didn't mean misery.
I've also missed the going right. What is going right? My daughter has left home and is trudging the streets of Bristol. My son has become an impresario. My wife has become a washerwoman. Well, not altogether, otherwise I'd have a clean shirt. But well on the way. My best friend...
Oh!
Higher, higher. That's it. My best friend has taken up with a young person and is forbidden the house. Do you have any relatives other than your Uncle Charlie who is too sane to be allowed into that which this has become? I'll invite your father to come and stay. He'll fill the
You will
house.
not.
Over your dead body.
Yes.
Have I had breakfast?
Yes.
Did I enjoy it?
You didn't comment.
What's next? What's the matter with that agent of mine, eh? Why have I got no work? We have no money, the roof is in need of extensive repairs, the extensive grounds are in need of gardening.
Well, go and garden them then.
That's what Wilfred should be here doing.
No, he shouldn't. He can do far more damage where he is.
He should be home breeding. I want grandchildren running about my house.
What's wrong with the roof?
In a dreadful state.
How do you know?
I dreamt about it last night. It fell in on all my grandchildren who were playing in and around the extensive grounds and main services. It was a nightmare. I woke up twice and you were not the least bit interested.
I'm surprised you woke up at all. You drank a whole bottle last night.
Well, of course I did, in case the roof fell in. And it did.
Where was I?
Not there. Oh, I passed away or something.
I didn't want to be a grandmother.
Have you been taking steps to prevent it?
I will not be left with Wilfred's children. They'll be dreadful. Can you imagine?
Yeah, you're quite right. They would fill a house, though, wouldn't they? This place echoes now. It never used to echo before Kate went away. We'll adopt a child. 2 or 3.
Don't start that. I don't like children.
No, neither do I.
Actually, I think that only people who don't like children should have children.
Well, look at Tom and Jenny.
Oh, those poor children.
Eh?
Tom Lawrence is not going to be able to get away with this. He can't go off having muses and not pay for it. Poor Jenny, I ought to ring her.
I think Tom should be allowed to have his fling.
You think that's all it is?
Of course it is. He can't do more than fling. He's older than I am.
No, he's not.
Looks it.
No, he doesn't.
Didn't. I bet he does now. No, go on, ring her. Ring her. Ring her.
Oh, no, I can't. I wouldn't know what to say.
Yes, you would. Go on, ring her.
Gordon, go to your room and work.
I can't.
Now that you've got a room of your own, you won't work in it.
I can't find anything wrong with it. It's the room I've always wanted. I'm going to bring my typewriter down to the kitchen.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am. I need human contact. You'll do.
Ah!
Hello? Yes, I know I sound far away. I also echo, don't I? That is because I'm alone in the house. Alone in this vast house. Who is that?
Who is that? I'm sorry. I can't hear you because of the washing machine. Philip, is that you? You want Gordon? Hold on a second, I'll get him. He's working.
I'm not working. She knows I'm not working. You too should know I'm not working. You haven't got me any work to do. And what is more, you haven't had me paid for the last bit of work that I did do, or the next bit of the last bit that I'm about to do.
What was your last bit of work?
You know...
You're wanted on the phone. It's your agent, Philip. Remind him that you haven't had the money for Hitler. Oh, and if he's trying to find out about Tom and Jenny, tell him we don't know.
I know it's Philip. You know what was my last bit of work.
Wasn't it Wagner?
I can't hear you. That noise is Mabel and her washing machine. She will not learn that she can put the phone back on the rest when somebody else has phoned. That is the noise of an unpaid-for washing machine. Earned but unpaid for.
Perhaps she wants to listen to what I have to say. Wives sometimes do, you know, however much husbands may hate it. Would you like some coffee? Have you found out what Maple did last? Not Lawrence, Maple! Lawrence did Wagner.
Put that phone back on the hook!
Don't you shout at me like that.
No, Philip, I'm just putting the phone back on the hook.
You've gone mad, Gordon Maple. He's gone mad, Philip, but then all your clients are.
No, they're not. I've got George Hornbeam here, and he's far from mad. She says you're mad. We've just taken him on, and I've got a marvelous film for him. Just what Gordon would love to do.
Hello.
Hello, Gordon.
Hello, I feel ill.
How are you now all that noise has stopped?
I just told you I feel ill and depressed.
Oh, dear. Is Tom with you?
No, why should he be?
He isn't.
You haven't phoned me just to give a message to Tom Lawrence, have you?
They hate each other. Have you met Tom? He's having a great success with soldiers.
You used to do that when we lived in Bristol, and we don't like it, Philip, either of us.
Your little television play is going out at 9:25 tonight.
What?
They've shoved it in instead of the one all the fuss is about. What's it called? The one they banned. Your play, George, the one all the fuss is about. Suck It and Be. It's called Suck It and Be. I don't know what all the fuss is about. It's just a charming little love story. You there, Gordon? You there?
Yes. Have you told anyone else?
Don't you want me to?
No. I was hoping you'd manage to get my name taken off it. It's awful. I'll be ruined.
I must say I'm surprised. I thought they weren't going to put it out at all because it was so bad. I think they got in a panic and shoved in the first one they could find.
I'm stunned. I'll sue them. Can I?
No. Isn't it a pity about poor George? He's here. He's taking it remarkably well.
Don't tell anyone. With any luck, nobody will notice. I won't tell anyone. I'll immobilize the televisions and I'll cut the telephone wires. What about my money?
George is looking forward to meeting you. He's here now. We've just started looking after him, and he's like a child, a wonderful child. You'll be pleased to hear I've just got a marvelous film for him. And do you know what he said when I told him? He said he hoped they wouldn't pay him too much money that should be going to more deserving people. Young writers still trying to have their voice heard. He's like a child. Wonderful. He's here now. He's a great fan of yours.
What about Hitler?
I'd like to think I would never represent a man like that. I think the least said about that man, the better.
I suppose that means you're going to refuse to get my money, eh? Right, that's it. I'm leaving you. You let my play go out at a time when nobody will watch it. Thank God.
If you want your money for Hitler, you'll have to get it yourself. I'm not having that man's name go through my books. I was wounded, you know. Gordon Maple is becoming too much. I'm thinking of taking on a partner so that I can concentrate entirely on you.
I have to sit on it to keep it from taking off.
I can't tell you.
What can't you tell me?
Nothing. I'm stunned. Never mind. I've been stunned before.
Do you think it's dangerous to sit on a washing machine while it's in operation?
Doesn't matter.
Well, of course it matters.
Nothing matters. That man. I'm going to change that man.
Has he got the money for Hitler?
No, we're never going to get paid for Hitler. I can feel it in my bones.
That's awful, Gordon.
Yes, there are more awful things to come, though.
Who, Tom?
Oh, him. He'll come, yes. No, not him. Look, why can't you put the phone back on the rest when you come to get me? I have to miss the first part of every conversation because of noise coming from where you are. Wherever you are, there is noise. Grating, whirring, splashing, slapping, juddering. You are not a quiet person, Mabel. And even when you're not smashing, washing and riddling, you find noise. Your feet clop, clop, clop on the stairs, on the floor. What people not used to us must think. And they are paying for the privilege. Put the phone back.
I will have no more of it. I'm at the end of my tether. I can never do anything right for you, never. Go to the other end of the house, please.
It's my house. I'll go where I want.
Then I'll go to the other end of the house.
How will you do the washing at the other end of the house?
Oh, impossible, Gordon. Everybody says so, everybody.
No, they don't.
Who doesn't?
I don't.
Yes, I knew you'd say that. You're so predictable.
What about you?
All right. Predict this.
What?
What I am about to say.
It's better left unsaid. Oh, I wish you hadn't said it, Mabel. Where are you going, Mabel?
Out.
I'll go with you.
No, you won't. I want to be left alone.
We will be. Let's go to Bristol.
No, she is to be left alone.
Well, let's go to Paris.
I don't want to go anywhere with you.
What do you want to do?
I want to finish my washing.
I don't want you to finish your washing. I want you to concentrate on me.
I'm tired of concentrating on you.
I am the most important person in your life.
Are you?
Aren't I?
I'm not sure.
I must be.
Yes, that'd be a shock for you, wouldn't it be, if you found that you weren't?
I can't stand shock. Shocks are not good for me. Shocks are not. I just had a shock.
That washing machine is going to give me a shock if you don't do something about it.
I wondered how long it would be before I got the blame for that.
Yes, well, of course you're to blame for it. You won't let me have a PowerPoint in there.
We can't afford a PowerPoint. What is wrong with the extension lead?
It loops everywhere. Look at it. All twisted. And one jumps up and down every time, and I have to sit on it.
It has nothing to do with a twisted lead. Electricity doesn't get twisted.
So why didn't it jump up and down when it was straight?
I can't answer that.
No, you can't. That's the trouble with you. You can't answer a lot of things.
I need my friend.
Who?
My friend Tom Lawrence.
Tom Lawrence is not coming into this house while he is behaving the way that he is behaving. I will not have Kate upset.
Kate?
Kate's upset about all that.
She's not here. I wonder if I should go upstairs right away.
Do you feel the urge coming on?
I'm not sure.
What's it going to be about?
You?
No, it isn't. No, it isn't. I will not have me written about anymore.
You have no right to say that.
Yes, I have.
No, you have not. Not when you perform before my very eyes. Or are you just a tease? Is that what you want to be, Mabel? A tease? Tell me, Mabel. Tell me you're not a tease.
I'm not going to say anything.
You must. You must.
No, I said my last word.
What was it?
Well, it would be a word, wouldn't it?
Well, not anymore, it isn't. Was that your last word? Oh, I can't believe you want those to be your last words, eh? I am now going up into my roof, which I should have done before I bought this house. And when I come down, I expect you to be doing something interesting, not just washing clothes. Something very interesting, to take my mind off the fact that we have made a rod for our own backs by buying this house, which echoes when we are alone in it and which is boring. I'm not blaming you. If you must go, go to Bristol and get me my daughter back. What does she want with an education anyway? She can cook, she makes lovely snickerdoodles and bread. She can do bread. That girl can do anything. She's wasted on the streets of Bristol. You do a swap. You go on the streets and send her back here to me.
Yes, that'd shake you, wouldn't it? If I went to Bristol to look after Kate.
What do you want to do that for? I need looking after far more than she does. Don't touch that television. I will not have it on.
I wish to watch the lunchtime news.
No, you don't. I need it.
What for?
Reasons.
What reasons? He has gone mad. I think you have gone mad, Gordon Mabel.
What are you going to do about it?
Is that a cry for help?
No.
Good. Are you having a bath? That's right, you have a bath. You have a nice, warm bath, and then perhaps you'll feel better. And in the meantime, I'm going to switch off my washing machine and go for a walk. And when I get back, I hope that you have regained your sanity and are able to talk sensibly about why you lost it.
I don't understand, Mabel. It's not a question of why, it's how. And if I've gone mad, how can I be expected to know how or why?
You're not mad.
I am a little bit.
I don't care anyway.
Well, don't leave me to go mad, Mabel.
I don't care. I'm going for a walk.
I'll come with you.
No, no, no. I want to be on my own.
Quite right. So do I.
Ah, Mabel.
Tom. Yes. Do you want me to turn round and forget that I've seen you?
No?
I might have to, Tom.
Why? Oh, I mean, if you want to.
I don't want to, but I might have to.
I was just coming to see you.
We would rather you didn't.
Oh?
We talked to Jenny.
Jenny's gone mad.
I see.
She really has. She agrees.
Who have you got in that thicket, Tom?
Jenny.
Yeah. I'll believe that when I see it.
Hello, Mabel.
I see it.
She's better now.
I had a nervous breakdown, but I'm all right now.
I see.
I shouldn't have told you about it. Well, I didn't really, did I?
No, no.
I'll tell you all about it. I don't mind telling you. She went mad. She went off a rocker. She actually thought that I was down here with another woman.
Yes. I see. Did you have your nervous breakdown last night, Jenny?
Yes. But I'm all right now.
Gordon's gone mad, Tom.
Ah, little soul. Is it to do with the writing?
No. Not actually writing anything at the moment. He can do whatever he wants to do. There are no pressures at all.
World is oyster?
Yes.
Ah. Has he got anything he wants to do? Anything in mind? He ought to write another play for the stage, you know. Soon.
Very soon?
Oh, yes, after... Well, on the whole, Tortoise was very successful, wasn't it? He ought to have another one soon. I always do have another ready.
You've got another one ready now?
Ah, I don't need one.
He's decided to concentrate on us.
Yes. That's what I've decided to do.
Us? Are you alone in that thicket?
We've got shot of them. It was either them or us.
How did you manage that?
Oh, I think Jenny's had too much of them, don't you?
I wouldn't be a bit surprised.
What's my friend Gordon had too much of?
Difficult to say. No, it's not difficult. He's had too much of... too little of... I don't know. But it's certainly not the children because they're away at the moment and never were a problem. Well, not in the way that yours are. I mean, they're not obvious killers and toughs and destroyers the way yours were.
Oh.
Ah. So it wasn't the final solution.
Has he finished that?
What?
His film?
Oh,
Ah, well done. Going to be made, is it?
who can tell?
Oh, nobody. Nobody at all. Mine is.
That's the first thing you mustn't say to him.
Ought I to go and talk to him?
Have you got anything to cheer him up? Soldiers in spurts coming off?
No, not for years.
I'd steer clear of that then.
I'll think of something. What is that arising alongside of your house?
The theatre.
Good heavens, does he want it?
Nobody wants it.
Is that Wilfred's doing?
It will be, yes.
Good Lord, this is such a nice village. Quiet, unspoilt, nobody talks to you. Wonderful. What does he say about that thing in his backyard?
Very good, stop it. I think he owns the place, or I'll re-own the place. Stop it tomorrow. You won't. Says he can't stop a little theatre.
No, I know how he feels.
Well, you go and talk to him then.
On my own?
Well, I'm not going back there.
I'm looking forward to his play.
Yes. Is he pleased with it? Tell me he wasn't pleased with it.
What play?
On tonight. I suppose we'll have to watch it.
Oh, Tom, you know he watches all of yours.
I'm going to talk to my poor friend.
Come back here, Tom! Oh.
You've got wine! What play? I mean, I ought to be with him if he's... What play?
Gordon! Go away!
Where are you?
In the room. And you're the last person I wish to see.
Oh? Where?
In the roof.
What are you doing up there?
Inspecting it.
Quite right. Mabel says you've gone mad.
I have a bit.
Is that the place to be if you're mad? Do you think you are someone? Napoleon? Stoppard?
I think the roof is about to fall in.
Is it?
It's rotten through and through.
Sounds like somebody I know.
Wilfred.
Well, yes, but I would never say so. Now you've said it, though, have you seen what he's called his new theatre?
Yes.
Well, I think that's a rotten trick.
Could be worse.
I mean, you know I'm not mean.
I don't know that.
Well, I am, I know, but I expected more than my name on a seat. In fact, he as good as promised me.
You?
Oh.
If that theatre's going to be called anything, it's going to be called something real. Like the Royal, or the Palace, or the Empire.
Yes, quite right. I think the whole thing's gone too far. Mind you, I do think he struck a blow for us, don't you? I mean, there aren't many theatres called after writers, are there?
I should think not.
Quite right, I agree.
What are you agreeing for?
Oh, I hear you're not... well, not well. Not to put too fine a point on it, Flower, Blossom, as I said before, Mabel says you've gone...
Yeah, I have. I went mad when I agreed to live here. This place is going to be the death of us all.
Is it as bad as that?
Yes.
Should I move from under?
So, you've been drinking?
Yes, of course I have. It's a lovely day. And we've been for a walk and butterflies and grass and all that.
With your whore?
That's the way you wish to put it. I am not offended. Yes?
Not my expression?
Yes, it was.
No, no. I think you should be allowed to do as you like. I would like you to talk to Mabel on my behalf.
Hey, what's this for?
Don't do that! It's for the television. I'm about to watch Crown Court.
Really? Have you ever been asked to do one of those?
No. You?
No, no. Can I come up and watch it with you?
No, it's cold. I'm coming down. Can you get me a ladder?
Yeah. How'd you get up?
That chair.
What's wrong with it?
It was an old chair.
I think you ought to come down. Have a nice cup of tea.
I have hurt my back. I can't get down without a ladder.
Right. Where will there be one?
I don't know.
Shouldn't we wait for Mabel?
I'm cold.
Well, she'll know where there is one. Look, you could stand on my shoulders.
Well, what would I do then?
Well, then you'll sit on them. And then I'll fall to the ground with a crashing sound, and you'll jump.
All right.
Oh, you're very dirty.
Then come back!
I'll get a ladder.
Oh, my shoulder's gone now. I'll have to go back up.
Oh, you're filthy. Listen, you just hang on there, and I'll go and get a ladder, and then we'll get you down to see the nice doctor.
No, I've had one of them. They're no good. They just give you painkillers and tell you to be patient. I can't be patient.
No, I think they can do more than that nowadays. Much more. What you need is a good long rest. In the country. Mabel! Mabel!
Tom.
Ah, your father.
How are you?
Never mind that, never mind that. He's sitting in the roof watching Crown Court.
You don't know how glad I am to be home, Tom.
On television. I'd go up with him. I really would.
Why don't you?
Jenny. I'm promised to her. Yes, I promised I'd concentrate on her. I've reached the end of the line, Wilfred.
Yeah, well, so have I.
Nonsense, you're young. Your line can stretch for miles yet.
Well, I haven't really been the same since my mother hit me. Well, it came as quite a blow, yeah? And the steely in the voice when I ring up, you know, just to see how they are.
You still reading the plays?
What?
For the RSC, you still reading the plays?
24 hours a day.
You haven't found him yet, then?
What?
The new Edward Bond, you haven't found him?
Oh, well, there are 3 that could do it. Well, it's like a factory now. You wouldn't recognise the old place now. It's like Leyland.
Well, you've got your own theatre now, haven't you?
Oh, well, I'm never going to get it off the ground.
Of course you are, of course you are. Aren't you?
Tom, you don't seem to understand. In this country, you can't expect people to care about... Well, about the theatre, I mean, and quite right, too. There are much more important things. You can't tell the truth anymore. Have you noticed that, Tom? People don't want to hear the truth. Well, I tried to tell Mother the truth once, and all I got was a swipe across the chops. You know what I mean?
Oh, I do, yeah. She hit me once.
Hey?
Were you there? Slapped me across the face. Well...
Where is he?
No, don't hit me, Mum.
Not you, your father.
That's the point.
Abel didn't know.
What?
He mustn't know that we know.
What?
He's got a play going out tonight.
Oh, I knew I shouldn't have come home.
Why have you come home?
Well, I need to talk to you, Mum.
Not another lame duck.
Thank you.
What do you want to talk to me about?
Well, not here.
Oh, we'll go.
No, we won't. We are needed here.
No, you're not.
I'm not leaving my friend in distress.
It's my house. You'll go if I tell you to go.
Ah, of course we will. But we wouldn't want you to regret it, Mabel. This is obviously a time when you need your friends about you.
Tom Lawrence, how are you keeping a straight face?
It isn't easy, Mabel.
No, it isn't.
No, you see, I mean, my best friend is in the roof, not feeling well.
Wilfred, go around the house and check all the telephones and the television sets. They'll be immobilized. He's done it before.
I would rather talk to you about my problems, Mother.
We'll solve your problems later.
I need 50,000 green ones.
Well, perhaps we won't solve your problems.
Oh, you know Dad will have dealt with them all already. If he doesn't want the play seen, if he's taken against it, you aren't going to see it, are you?
Just go and check.
Well, where's Kate? I'll talk to her.
She isn't here.
You can talk to me, love.
Thanks, Jen. You know, there was a time, you know, when Mum would have had the old kettle on as soon as she saw my very worried face. Well, now she's just as likely to bash it in.
Oh, I never hit any of my children.
Ah. Well, there are occasions when it can do the trick, you know?
How's all that going out there, Wilfred?
Oh, I sometimes feel like just giving up altogether, you know.
What about my £25? Do I get it back?
Well, it's George Hornbeam, really.
Oh.
Well, he's not going to be able to come through with a play. He's got such a lot on. Well, I've had to let him go. Oh, you know what writers are like, eh? Dangle a film in front of them.
Oh, I do know. Yes, I do.
Now, you know what I mean. I mean, I've been astonished at the lack of loyalty in the business. Well, I should have known, I suppose. Seeing the way you and Dad behave. Well, you don't count loyalty as very important, do you?
I don't know about your father, but I do. The moment I'm contracted and paid, that's it. They get 8 hours, first-class work out of me, don't they, Jenny?
Oh, sometimes more than that.
Often 9, very often 9 for the same money. Does this mean that George Hornbeam won't be having his name in lights in your father's backyard?
Oh, no, I'll go through with it. Well, we've had the note paper done, but my heart isn't in it.
Ah, but have you got the stomach for it, Will?
No.
I'm glad.
Well, I'll take it through, but...
You will. You'll go on.
Oh, yes, I'll go on.
You don't have to, Wilfred. You don't have to. You could do something useful with your life. Have you thought of that?
Oh, yes, that would be marvellous. Oh, it'd be so exciting if you did something really useful. Everybody would be so proud of you.
Wait, you mean useful? You mean build things, create?
No.
No?
No, I mean going around being nice to people, understanding, helping out, that sort of thing.
Well, am I equipped? I mean, don't you have to care?
No, it's better if you don't.
Don't take any notice of him, Wilfred. You go and do what you want to do.
Well, I wanted to build a theatre.
Of course you did, Wilfred. Of course, everybody does.
Everybody doesn't.
But is it useful?
Of course it is. How would you earn a living?
Mabel.
If you think anyone cares about you being up there in the roof, you've got another thing coming.
Oh, I don't see any mention of Dad's play in here. Well, they're all looking forward to Suck It.
Oh, that makes me sick. That really does.
I can't say I care much for the choice of type or...
Right. No, I know what you mean, Jim. Oh, it's all too much. I've come back here to watch it because... Well, because I'm still going through the motions, you know, still trying to see where it's at. Well, because young writers have got to have a voice, but... Well, after several hundred...
No, I'm sorry.
After several hundred for the RSC, it gets to the stage where you are desperate for the old twin set and pearls, you know. Well, a young girl, you know, like Kate, who doesn't have any hang-ups, who likes knitting, you know, making bread. Well, did you know that? Well, she makes the best bread in England, does Kate. Well, as for her snickerdoodles, well...
I do not wear twin set and pearls.
A figure of speech.
What are you doing here?
I just meant you were wholesome. I want something wholesome.
Why are you here?
I've come to see
Do you
Dad's
know what I
play.
mean?
It's
We've
no
gotta
good. I
keep
just
on it
cannot
now,
sit and
see,
watch one of
because
Dad's
it
plays
is
anywhere
right,
but here.
huh?
I've tried it before.
Well, I know it's like a bloody factory, but... Well, it's Trev. You know, I sometimes think when I look at his little shoulders, you know... that, well, I don't know, we gotta keep on, we gotta support him. Well, I saw him the other day, you know, on television. I only go in now and again. But the word has come down that we gotta support him up to the hilt. Trevor.
You've got a television in the sixth form.
I know, but having to sit and listen to the things they say.
Oh, Gordon's dialogue's always very good.
No, I mean the things that people say about it. It's much better to come back here and watch it in peace.
Well, you're not going to. How did you know, anyway?
I saw it mentioned last night.
Oh, well, we didn't. Did you?
Oh, yes. Philip told us. Me.
Well, I think that as he doesn't want us to see his play, we shouldn't mention that we know about it. I think we should leave him up in the roof to stew in his own juice. And no matter what, not mention that we know that he has a play on television tonight.
Yeah. Well, let's sit and watch Suck It.
I see, so we're not going to watch it. I thought we might not, so I tried to phone. But the phones were not being answered.
You should have known.
Charming, and what if I'd needed something, had an accident or something?
Quite. That man is quite impossible.
Oh, no. I think he's a character, that's all. A real character, and he ought to be loved and respected.
Right.
I didn't mean it, Wilfred. I was only joking. I was being sarcastic.
Look, if you had to exist in the jungle the way I've had to exist, you'd appreciate the old man, eh? Well, he is, as they say, consistent. By which I mean he can always be relied upon to do the most... Well, the most, can't he?
Actually, I think somebody should take him up a blanket.
Ow. Why?
Well, I only got a quick glance when he was trying to stand on my shoulders. But he's stark naked.
He's mad.
Oh, what about a spot of television?
Oh, no.
Oh, really, Dad? I've got to work.
Well, I wrote my first play watching television.
Yes, they do it quite a lot now.
I thought the television didn't work.
What do you think I was doing up in the roof? Fixing the aerial, wasn't I? No, look! Look, I've had a play on. And I didn't know.
Darling, really?
Yes.
Really, Daddy?
Yes, look. Goodness gracious. Gosh. You know, someone might have told me. Golly. Goodness.
We hope you enjoyed our change in program, but you may wish to join the discussion later on tonight when George Hornbeam...
They even talk about him when his play hasn't gone out. Him. You. Your friend. Plastered all over my backyard.
Well, his name isn't going to be plastered.
Oh, has he let you down?
No, it's the money.
You've had millions from the Arts Council, from Little Reg.
Gordon, why were you up in the roof with no clothes on?
What happened to that? What happened to that 50,000? If you spent that on Yeah, they won't stand for it, Wilf. You've gone too far this time.
Gordon.
I told you.
I don't believe you.
It's the truth.
I believe you, Daddy.
Oh, nice to have you back, Kate.
I'm going tomorrow, and I came to see your play.
Eh?
Yes, she came all this way and spent her own money. She cares.
Well, I care. About her. About you. Well, yes. Not to put too fine a point on it. Well, yes. Don't care about anything else, sir. Yeah, why doesn't somebody phone?
Who?
I've just had a play on. Hasn't anyone seen it?
Well, you didn't want anyone to see it.
No, but somebody will have done. Listen, not a peep.
Do you think that's probably because you fixed the phone, Dad?
Eh? Oh, yes.
Wilfred, will Tom need anything?
Where?
Oh, plugs and things.
No, no.
What are you doing?
Fixing the telephone.
Well, hurry up. Get the wine first. Tom and Jenny are coming round.
Do you mind? Friends of mine are trying to telephone to tell me what they thought of my play. Oh!
Look at that fire. There's a wind getting up. Where are you sleeping?
Where I usually sleep.
Oh, you're not going out there tonight, Wilfred. Not tonight.
I've got to, Kate. Well, it doesn't matter when I'm not here, but well, when I am, I can't go to sleep thinking of all that lighting equipment out there. I can't pay for it.
Well, where did you get it then?
Eh? Well, if I told you it fell off the back of a lorry, you wouldn't believe me, would you? Because it would be broken, wouldn't it? Well, let's just say that when the Welsh National Opera open in the Orkneys, well, they're not going to see very much of the Flying Dutchman. Not unless the roof blows off and they've got the Aurora Borealis, eh?
Right, that works. What's all that for? No, it's no good. They'll have tried by now and found the phone out of order.
Why were you up in the roof with no clothes on?
I told you, it's filthy dirty up there. I didn't want to get my warm, clean clothes dirty, so I ran a bath, took them off, intending to get straight in when I came down. I was trying to save you washing.
Were you?
No, just thought it might be funny. Am I losing my touch?
Yes.
I'm going to ring someone. Who shall I ring? Who usually likes my plays?
Gordon, you can't. You can't ask people. If they don't ring up, it's because they don't like it.
Well, because the phone's disconnected.
Well, they don't know that. They'll think you care.
Well, I do care.
Yes, I know you do, but... Well, you shouldn't.
Oh, I don't care. I'm going to ring someone. Anyone. Philip. Oh, no, I've left him.
Will it be the same?
Yes, and the commercial.
It isn't the same, though, is it?
Of course it is.
Oh, I don't want to watch it. There's been too much fuss about it now.
You sit down and watch your father's play.
But there's Casablanca on BBC Two.
Oh, really? Oh, no, we've got to watch Gordon's play.
Hello, it's Gordon Maple here. Yes, how are you? Well? What do you mean, well what?
Hold on a second. Hold on a second. We haven't got a bottle.
What?
Gordon! Where's the wine?
Just wondered if you've been trying to get in touch, only the phone's been out of order.
Gordon!
Shh, I'm on the phone. What?
Right.
My wine is more than drinkable.
Shall I get the orchid, darling? I know it was a nice afternoon and I didn't plan to take the dandelion. I'll never have to do it again.
Fred, at my drink again.